Hello from the Richland Hills Public Library. I'm Miranda, the youth librarian, and today we are doing a really cool experiment that has to do with rainbows, because guess what we're doing this week? This week is all about unicorns. And you can't have unicorns without rainbows. So, for this project, these are the things that you'll need. You're going to need some paper towels, a lot of paper towels. You're going to need some water. You're going to need some plastic cups, preferably see-through so you can watch what's going on. Oops. But it doesn't really matter what size, although I think shorter is typically better. And then some food coloring. It doesn't have to be this fancy stuff. You can just, the food coloring that you get at the grocery store is just fine. Then you'll need something to do a little bit of stirring with. I'm going to use a paintbrush because that's what I've got. Some scissors and a ruler. So for the paper towels, I've already got some of them prepared the way that I want them, but I left one undone so that I can show you how it happens, because otherwise this part takes a little bit of time and I didn't want y'all to have to sit through it all. So you're going to take your paper towel. You can tell this is one of the paper towels that like perforates at half a sheet instead of a whole sheet. Half a sheet is definitely better, but if you can only do it with a whole sheet, then you can always cut them in half. It doesn't have to be perfect. So you're going to fold them once, and then fold them a second time. And then for me, for these cups that we're using, I trimmed them to about 8 inches. Again, this part doesn't have to be exact or perfect, just an approximation. And then once you've got it trimmed, then you're gonna fold it over one more time, just like that. And then you need a total of 6 of those, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes, 6 of those. Okay, and once you have those all prepared, you're gonna set them aside. I'm gonna use this to dry my brush off with later. So, okay, now we're gonna set up our cups. These cups can be set up any way that you want, to an extent, and you'll see what I mean in a minute, but I like to do them in kind of like this circular flower formation. All right, so once you've got your cups, you're gonna put water in 3 of the cups. And I'm gonna use, I don't know if you can see, these cups have like a little line right here. I'm gonna use that as my baseline for where to stop the water. So we want them pretty full. And I'm gonna do every other cup. So there's number 1. Number 2. And number 3. Okay, so once you've got your water in, you need red food coloring, blue food coloring, and yellow food coloring. For this part, the more food coloring you put in, the richer the color that you're going to get. So I like to put a lot, but you don't have to. Okay, and then once the food coloring is in there, even though it probably looks like it's mixing pretty well, it's a good idea to go ahead and mix it up fully. So once you do that, make sure that you wipe off in between because you don't want to contaminate your colors. Okay, now we're going to take our bits of paper towel and then we're going to put them in between each of our colors. And you can see the water immediately starts soaking up through our paper towel, which is exactly what we want it to do. There is a reason that this project is called Walking Water. contour. All right, so once you've got your project set up like this, again, as you can see, our water is starting to creep into the other cups, but this part takes a little bit of time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to kind of cut the video, and then we're gonna put it into a cool little setup, and then we're gonna do like a speeded up version so you can watch it happening really fast. But the fun part really, when you're doing this at home, is to be able to kind of watch it happening in slow motion and seeing it go, and seeing how the cups start to fill up with water. So I'm gonna let my camera person kind of move from cup to cup for a second there so you can kind of see what's happening in each cup. But what we're gonna do, oh, and you can see the water starting to pool in this one right over here. But yeah, this all happens pretty fast, but I want to say the video that you're about to watch, Speed It Up, probably took a good couple of hours to get to the point where it was. And so it is fun to kind of just let this project sit for a while and kind of check on it every now and then, see what's happening, and to explore what's going on with the different colors and with the water. All right, so we are going to cut, and then we'll come back afterwards with the finished experiment, and you can kind of see how it went. All right, here we go. So as you can see, all of our colors have traveled into their respective places, hence the name of the project, Walking Water. The best way to test this is, it's kind of hard to see because some of my colors are a little dark because I used a really dark blue. So, but the best way to test it is to take an extra bit of paper towel and then dip it down into your brand new water. It looks like I've got a little bit of a layer going on in this one, so I'm going to try to stir it up just a little. There we go. Okay, let's see. So, as you remember from earlier in the video, we had our red, our yellow, and our blue. So now we're going to see if the colors that we've mixed are the colors that they're supposed to be. So, when you mix red and yellow, what do you get? Orange. Look at that lovely shade of orange that we've got going on there. Fantastic. And let's see. Yellow and blue. Now this is a little bit more teal than it is green, but you can see little bits of green in there. Maybe I should have mixed this one up a little bit too. Let's see. Try the other end of our... Oh yeah, there we go. So it just needed a little bit of mixing to get that color going, but as you can see, we've got a lovely green going on there. And then for our last one, let's go ahead and mix it up a bit. So finally we have red and blue. Mix those together and you get purple. Look at that purple, it's wonderful. All right, so there you have it, our walking water, or in this case, it's a walking rainbow. Okay, so thank you very much for tuning in today for our unicorn rainbow themed science experiment. I hope you had fun. This is a really easy one that's super easy to do at home. So I hope that you'll take pictures of doing this scientific project at home and post them for us on Facebook and on Instagram so we can see all of the cool rainbows that you made. And also keep in mind that you don't have to use this same format that I used here. You can lay them out straight. You can try different designs. You can try mixing different kinds of colors together. The sky is the limit. Do some fun experimentation and then share it with us. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a good day.